When your grading objects, various constraints, and objectives are all set, you can start the optimization process by clicking Optimize on the optimization toolbar. Once you feel comfortable with the results, you can return the data back to Civil 3D. So I'm here in the Analyze tab. I'm going to select Optimize from the far right. This will launch grading optimization. I'm going to move this just a little bit here, and I'm going to open up my convergence plot. We'll want to watch this as we run this analysis. So all I need to do here is I need to double check real quick my optimization options. So we've got our global constraints, our optimization iterations, and our objective weights. I'm going to leave those as is. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to simply select Optimize. It's going to begin the process by retriangulating, and you can see the optimization has began. We've got the total cut, the total fill, the net volume, and our min and max depths. I can move around in this window. I can adjust the vertical exaggeration. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. And we can see the elevations along our right side. We can also see the convergence plot here. So we've got the proximity measure. You can see here the feasibility based on the iteration. You can see the volume, the cut, fill, and the net. And then we've got the terrain smoothness. So this will be running as we're running the optimization. I can also turn on the visualization toolbar, and I can look at different themes as I go. So for example, if I want to turn on my slope arrows, I can turn those on. We just zoom in there a little bit more. You can see those slope arrows are pointing towards my drain lines and away from other things here within that file. We can turn on our themes such as cut and fill, our violations. I'm going to turn that off. Theming as elevation, constant, grayscale, and slope. And we could also choose to turn on our wireframe or our tin if you want to see it in that way. I'm going to turn this back here. Let's turn back on our contours. Okay, so it's running iteration after iteration. You can see here the volume, as this is going down, maybe it's getting close to zero. It's not done with the process, but maybe it's getting close to zero. At any point in time, I can select stop, or I can let it run all the way through. I'm going to select stop. Maybe I'm comfortable at this point. It looks good. Now I want to bring this back into Civil 3D. So let me shut down my convergence plot, and I'm going to simply select Send Optimize Result. So we have one surface, 30 feature lines, and 1 point that's going to bring into Civil 3D. We can update an existing surface if we have one in here, or we can create a new surface. I'm going to change the name of this new surface to FG-GO. That way I know it came from grading optimization. I'm going to change my style to a 1 in 5 design style. At that point, if I'm happy with what I'm about to import, I will select Finish. We'll give it a moment, and you can see on the screen here in a moment that the surface will show up and all the feature lines for all the grading objects that I had set are now apparent. So I can adjust those if I wanted to. So we've got our surface, we have our drain lines, we have our feature lines, we have our pond down there. We now have the finished results from grading optimization. We could rerun it, we could resend it back and override it. So you can see how easy it is with very minimal setup, assigning of simple grading objects and performing some changes to settings that we can successfully run a grading optimization on our project.